Biden purposely collapsing the US dollar. As we look up in the sky waiting for Russia to blow up satellites, Biden is sanctioning Russia, which is going to cause a massive de-dollarization. So in today's video, we're going to break down the facts, figures, numbers, logic, and you need to make your own judgment. My name is Coach JB. What I'm working to do is make the complex macro and microeconomic strategies very simple so the normal everyday person can implement them. I am very strategically setting my family up financially. Number one, I'm investing in a speculative asset called crypto. I'm pulling my profits as this goes up, and I'm securing my wealth in index universal life, protecting my principal, can borrow against my assets liquidity, my cash values liquidity, and I'm also getting market-like returns. I'm putting my money where the banks put their money. So if you're interested in learning how we do that, you can click the description of this video down below, set up a free consultation with my licensed insurance team. It's time to activate. Or in my social media platform, you can set up a free consultation. You can also download my absolutely free book that shows you exactly what I'm talking about on the back end of every single video. Now, the intensity needs to pick up around our discipline and consistency within America, guys. We are looking up at the sky. We're worried about Russia blowing up satellites, guys. There's going to be a lot of distractions coming in. You can believe me or not. I've been telling you guys since 2020, they're going to have you look this way, and there's a whole nother narrative going on this way. They're going to have us fight against an invisible enemy, a foreign adversary, when they're switching the system. Since 1913, when the Federal Reserve was created, our dollar has collapsed. And in 1971, when they detach us from the gold standard, the wealth gap has become massive. Wall Street is going to get very, very wealthy in this transition. Main Street is going to become very, very poor. And when Main Street can't pay their bills, when Main Street can't pay their rent, when Main Street can't feed their family, they're going to bring in a central bank digital currency. And you're going to be able to access it on your phone very quickly. And when you're in desperation, that's when they're going to step in. I'm just letting you know what's going to happen. In my opinion, don't take this as financial advice. But here's what I told you guys when Russia invaded Ukraine and America stepped in by sanctioning Russia, taking them off the SWIFT system. It's all financial, guys. This is all financial. Okay. Biden today is going to be announcing that they're going to be putting tons of sanctions on Russia. You have to realize the effect on the US dollar. Russia is becoming stronger and China is becoming stronger the more sanctions they put on Russia. We need to take a step back, look at a 30,000-foot overview, and ask yourself, what is this going to do to the American economy over the next 10 years? Pay attention.
President Biden says he will announce major sanctions Friday targeting Russia. The White House says the move is in response to Russia's continued aggression against Ukraine and the death of opposition leader Alexei Navalny. CBS News chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes is following the president as he raises campaign funds in Los Angeles.
Just before jetting to L.A., the president warned Vladimir Putin a new financial crackdown is coming.
I told you we'd be announcing sanctions on Russia. We'll have a major package announced on Friday.
Okay, so he's going to announce this package on Friday. And here's what's actually happening. So Western financial warfare and Russia de-dollarization strategy. This is a research study, guys. Sanctions on Russia, this in 2022, might reshape the global financial system. It is, family. It is. The more they put sanctions on Russia, the more Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa are coming together. Now Saudi Arabia is involved in 5 other nations, which make them larger than our global GDP. They are coming together to de-dollarize. Now, here's my opinion. This is what the studies, guys, you can go research this stuff. The more sanctions he puts on it, the more powerful it is making Russia. So let's just listen to what's happening as he puts these sanctions on here.
Senate bill that will provide billions in aid to Ukraine is being held up in the Republican-controlled House, and the White House is blaming that lack of funding for the fall of a key Ukrainian city. Meanwhile, Russia is richer than ever before. Our Nick Payton-Walsh explains why.
And this is not only from CNN, but Putin told us, he's like, we're kicking ass financially. We're reducing our supply of American dollars. We're increasing our relationship with China. If you look at the treasuries from China, they're reducing billions of dollars in treasury.
Blue, tranquil, a world away from Ukraine's front lines. We headed out to where Russia may be filling its war chest to a record high. crude oil tankers, sometimes engaged in opaque, secretive transfers. These two under sanctions busting suspicions in the past. The big one from Russia's Black Sea coast, transferring crude to the smaller one, which also came from Russia.
Out here, you get a feeling of how hard it is to keep track of all of this. Just transfers occurring out here in the blue expanse.
So we're thinking, America, that we're hurting Russia by sanctioning them. They're building their industry outside the American dollar, guys. So this is not only with Putin's interview with Tucker Carlson, he confirmed this, but CNN is confirming this, guys. They are building strong relationships, okay? Well, if we don't believe CNN, let's listen to JP Morgan. This was in 2023. JP Morgan on their website, we know Jamie Dimon is one of the biggest bankers in the world. The key takeaways from their report here is the US dollar, I can't pronounce that word, is in question due to geopolitical and geostrategic shifts, including ongoing Russian-Ukraine crisis. While the dollar has maintained transactional dominance, some de-dollarization is taking place in FX reserves. The greenback is also losing some influence in the oil markets, which we just showed you, where more sales are now being transacted in non-dollar currencies. However, this is the caveat. However, rapid de-dollarization is not in the cards, especially in the U.S. has a long-standing global network of alliances and partnerships. We had a long-standing global alliances. This is a transition. What is going to happen, family, is just like World War II. We're going to go into World War III. And after World War II, there was brand new innovation, technology. American became the dominant superpower, the dominant currency. We're going to go into World War III, and we're going to see a transition to a new monetary system, new innovation, new technology, central bank digital currency. So this is our opportunity to get prepared, our opportunity to understand where this is moving to. And this is what they're doing. So as we're all looking up in the sky for them to blow up satellites, and we're all listening to JP Morgan and Jamie Dimon and BlackRock CEO Larry Fink, which I'm going to show you in just a moment, who told us that cryptocurrency is a pet rock, that it's used for money laundering at the exact same time that he's building Onyx, digital solutions enabling instant transfers and clearing for multi-bank, multi-currency assets on a permission distributed ledger. Guys, they are switching our system to an even playing field, distributed ledger technology, on-demand liquidity. Money is going to move at the speed of light. Supply chain is going to move at the speed of light. America will no longer be the dominant force. It's going to be an even playing field. Now, this isn't going to happen tomorrow. This isn't going to happen in 2025. It's not going to happen in 2026. This is a slow, methodical transition where you can invest in the future economy for the next 100 years and radically transform your family's life. But number one, you got to be very strategic. Number two is you got to have an exit plan. And number three, you need to diversify and secure your wealth. Okay. Then we go over to BlackRock, right? Transcending the US dollar. BlackRock CEO issues important crypto prediction after a huge week for the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. This was back on the 2023. Okay. So as we're looking up in the sky for them to satellites, T-Mobile gets shut down, guys. Wait, today, I guarantee you, today is, what's the date today? February 23rd, 2024. There's going to be some distractions. Guys, we are switching massively to into Aquarius. This is a brand new world coming. There is nothing to fear other than being lack of discipline, lack of foundation of God, lack of following the life of Jesus Christ. Get a foundation of God, family, Jesus Christ. I don't care if I lose followers when I say this. That's what I've done. I built a relationship with God. I follow the principles of Jesus Christ. I love all of you with all my heart. I love humanity as I love God. I stopped judging other people. I pulled the straw out of mine. I got my shit together. And I've radically transformed my family's life. We've built 7-figure ecosystems. We're now building with other people. We want to build with you. We got into cryptocurrency. We pulled profits. We secured our wealth. This is your opportunity. We got to stop looking in the sky. We got to stop fighting an invisible enemy and understand that this change is something that's been going on for 100 years. What is happening right now is going to be the future for the next 100 years.
It means,
in terms of price?
I believe, I believe it goes up if the world is more frightened, if people have fearful of geopolitical risk, they're fearful of their own risk. It's no different.
You hear what he just said? If people are fearful of geopolitical risk, of their own risk. So when there's fear of war, okay, that's why these asset managers are all moving into Bitcoin now. That's why they're all going to a flight to safety. They're getting their bags packed, getting ready because the war is coming. and people are going to flood into this new asset class. They're going to pull profits. They're going to secure in real estate. They're going to put their money in insurance. They're going to put their money into businesses. When they dip down, we're going to buy the dip.
And then what gold represented over thousands of years. It is a asset class that protects you.
Right.
And unlike gold, where we manufacture new gold, we're almost at the ceiling of the amount of
So, but
Bitcoin
when
that
you
be
hear
created.
somebody like, I mean,
He just told you guys. He went from saying that it's used for money laundering. He admitted this. He admitted it. To it's a flight to safety. It's like gold, and it doesn't have. You can't just keep mining it. It has a fixed supply. 80% of the supply is held. It's going to get more valuable and more valuable and more valuable. This is the craziest transition, and only 5% of the population has access to crypto or has been exposed to crypto. Go talk. You're a rare breed right now. If you're listening at 10 minutes and 51 seconds, comment rare breed. You are a rare breed. You are a generational shifter. You are the person who is going to transform your family's life.
you hear somebody like Kathy Wood,
Yes.
who was on our broadcast yesterday, say
Right.
that her base case is that this turns into a $600,000 a Bitcoin valuation, base case, and a million plus in a super optimistic case. Are you anywhere in her realm?
I haven't thought about it. To me, that what we are trying to do is offer an instrument that can store wealth. I think if it gets that even close to that high, gold will represent even a bigger value. And let's be clear, if you think it's digital gold, there's going to be a reference point between gold and Bitcoin. But let me get back to.
So they're telling you the game plan, guys. So Larry Fink is the largest asset manager in the world, guys. The largest asset manager in the world. So you're going to believe Coach JV or Larry Fink? Are you going to believe the fact that we're telling you the game? We sanction Russia. Russia works with China. China and Russia. If China invades Taiwan, we're going to war. If Russia you're basically creating war with Russia right now. So there's going to be all these distractions. Now they're telling you that Russia's going to blow up satellites, making us fear of, what is it, the EMP? What is that thing, right? Guys, this has been going on in history over and over and over again. It's time to pull the wool off our eyes, guys. We have the internet now. We can research. We can do our own research now. You can be a retail investor now. You don't have to walk into Wells Fargo Bank and sit with a financial advisor. You can take sovereignty of your own wealth. But it takes discipline, consistency done for a long enough period of time. And my intensity is picking up, family, because I'm telling you, a lot of people are still not listening. I ran into a couple people over the past couple weeks, and they were in my academy a couple years ago, and they're like, oh, yeah. They said, are you still into crypto? I'm like, am I still into crypto? Yes. And we pulled profits, and we built wealth for our family. He's like, that stuff is a speck. I'm like, what planet? Guys, wake up. Yes, and I do admit this part. It's extremely speculative, and you got to have a badass exit plan. That's why we created Merlin, and that's why we're giving you 30 days for free to try it out, guys. We created Merlin. I'm the co-founder and creator of this. We created it with an exit plan. We created it so you can track your portfolio, so you can see daily gains and losses, so you don't get the greed gene. When this stuff goes straight up, if you have an exit plan, you exit on the way up. I'm max funding my index universal life policies. Here's the why behind it. Number one, it guarantees my principles. And everybody came collapsing down. My principle is guaranteed. Number two is you get market-like returns. It's not in the market. It's attached. It mirrors the market. Number three is I can access the liquidity of my cash value if it's set up properly, and whatever time passes, there's certain ways you need to set it up properly. I can access the cash value to buy the dip if I want to, or to buy more real estate. So now I'm multiplying my money. If I put money into crypto, I profit, I pull, I pay Uncle Sam, I put it into a policy, and now I can access cash value. Now I turn that $1 into $3. That is what the wealthy do. You borrow against your assets tax-free. We have to learn the game, family. If you keep trading time for money, you're never going to have enough time to pay attention. Cryptocurrency isn't your savior to make you your retirement. It's not your if crypto is an opportunity to make a large amount of money like Wall Street does, but if you don't know what to do with that money, you're going to end up in the exact same position. Number one is you have to rewire the foundation. Number two is you have to gain financial literacy. They didn't teach us that in school. Your parents didn't teach you that. The old industrial system is dead. Number three is you need to develop financial discipline. Number four is you need to learn how to earn. Number five is you need to learn how to protect. Those are the 5 things you should be doing right now. We teach all this stuff in our academy. It's so critical that you listen to me right now. It's so critical that you take those 5 things: financial refoundation, rewiring. You need to develop financial literacy. You need to understand what money is. You need to develop financial discipline. Okay, you need to learn how to earn, then you need to learn how to secure that wealth. And if you do that correctly and you get out of all these distractions happening, you're going to radically transform your family's life. I'm just telling you exactly what I did, family. I've been honest. I went broke 3 times in my life because of my indoctrination. I finally, the 3rd time in 2020, I drew a line in the sand and became more committed to the pain of change and staying the same. I rewired the foundation, ended up in a different situation. I became disciplined and committed. I changed my environment. I changed the people I was around. I changed the things that I was committed to. I built a deep relationship with God. I started following the life of Jesus Christ, and I got really deep on my principles and my intentions. And in 3.5 years, I transformed my family's life. That would have taken me a whole lifetime of being in a corporate job or having a 401k. This is the greatest opportunity in human history. And I'll tell you what, 99% of people are just going to let it slip by, but that's not you. You're still here at 15 minutes, 56 seconds. That's not you. You're the generational shifter. You are the one. You are the one, but you have to draw a line in the sand right now. You have to get your head out of the clouds. You need to get disciplined in your fitness, your mindset, your relationship with God, Jesus Christ, whatever you believe in. If you're Jehovah's Witness, dive into it. If you're Church of Latter-day Saints, dive into it and stop being a Christian because you go to church. Be a Christian outside of church. Be Christ-like. If you're Buddhist, go meditate more. Do what you got to do. What are your principles? Mine are integrity, honesty, and uncompromising belief in God for business, peace, freedom, and family structure for my family. If anything disrupts my peace, freedom, or family structure, I don't do it. Every single thing I talk about, I own. The reason why I did that is so I can align with my principles. I advertise Merlin, I own it. I'm part owner of Merlin. I talk about insurance, I'm owner of the insurance company. Everything I talk about, my academy, I'm the owner of my academy. I built systems because I was so devoted to my principles that I want anybody. I've never been paid by a cryptocurrency company ever. I've been offered hundreds of thousands of dollars over the past couple of years. We stuck with our principles because we wanted to be able to speak from our truth, from our paradigm. This is the greatest time in human history, the greatest time in human history to transform your family's life. So if this message has reached you well and you need a family member, send this to a family. Do me a favor, share this. This stuff isn't hitting algorithms, guys. The stuff me saying Biden's, de-dollarizing is going to hit the algorithm, guys. Share this with a family member. It's time for us to wake up. And there's nobody to fight. There's nobody to protest against, guys. This is all they want us protesting. They want us fighting. They want us looking at our differences. If you're in China, Russia, South Africa, whatever, you're my friend, dude. You're a human being. I have no beef with you. If you're Muslim, I have no beef with you. If you're Jehovah's Witness, I have no beef with you. We're under the same sky. We're under the same sun, the same moon. We're on the same earth. We are human beings having a physical experience. Let's lock arm in arm and expand consciousness. Let all that bullshit go. What you don't like in me is what you need to work in you. And what I don't like in you is what I need to work in myself. God wants us to come together. God wants us to cooperate. God is not hate. God is not war. God is love, agape love. And how does God know he's not perfect? He comes through us to experience. And here we are. Here we are. We have a decision to make. And the decision that I'm making is I'm going to free my family completely, financially, spiritually, mentally. And I'm not going to fight an invisible enemy anymore. And I know that Jesus said the devil is the prince of the earth and that he is not the prince of my world because I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world. I'm through my heart and I'm looking up to God. And I love you with all my heart. So if you're still here, let me know. Do you love me? I love you with all my heart. Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go.